Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Tyree from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. Today, the bonus content we'll be covering today will be in the sport of basketball inside the NBA world. And today, I'll be sharing my NBA Christmas Day game day prediction. So it is Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to all that celebrate the holiday of Christmas. These are going to be my NBA Christmas Day game predictions. So starting off the first game, we have the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the New York Knicks. This will actually be the fourth time that these teams have played each other this NBA season already. The Bucks have gotten the best of the New York Knicks, winning picking up three straight victories against the New York Knicks this NBA season. The Bucks are starting to figure it out offensively. The Milwaukee Bucks are starting to figure it out. They're averaging 125 points per game. That's huge. Now this is the first year of the new era in Milwaukee that Damian Lillard and Giannis are playing together. So they're figuring things out. They're averaging 125 points per game. This Christmas game, the Knicks are going to have to figure things out. And they're going to have to need a huge performance from Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle if they have any hopes of throwing the Milwaukee Bucks on Christmas Day. But I just don't think that's I think that's too tall of a task for Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle to do that on Christmas Day. Against a really talented Milwaukee Bucks team that's starting to figure things out. I have the Milwaukee Bucks beating the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden on Christmas Day to complete the sweep against the New York Knicks this NBA season. I like the Milwaukee Bucks winning this game on Christmas Day against the New York Knicks. And then the next game, you have the Denver Nuggets taking on the Golden State Warriors. I like this matchup on Christmas Day between the two respective teams. You have the Denver Nuggets, who is the reigning defending NBA champions, taking on the former NBA champions, the 2022 NBA champions, and the Golden State Warriors. So I think that sets up to be an interesting matchup in the Western Conference for Christmas Day. The Warriors picked up their biggest win of this season just a few nights ago, Tuesday night, when they dethroned the Boston Celtics, winning that game in overtime at home in the Bay Area. It's been a roller coaster ride for the Golden State Warriors all year long. They really haven't looked good. They really haven't been a consistent basketball team. Then you have Draymond Green, who can't decide if he wants to be a WWE wrestler or a UFC fighter. Put him in an octagon, make him a boxer, make him a wrestler, because the man does not care about basketball very much at this particular point of his career. The man is always being involved in fights, altercations. He's always suspended. And that's the reason why, one of the reasons why the Golden State Warriors are losing a lot of games this season, because they are missing Draymond Green more than ever. But I do believe that the suspension of Draymond Green is going to hurt the Warriors taking on Denver Nuggets, who is a much bigger team in the size department. And I think it's not going to be a good enough performance on the road for Steph Curry and Klay Thompson to play hero ball and help the Warriors win this game. I like the Denver Nuggets winning this game. I think we're going to see a special performance from Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic on Christmas Day. And they're playing at home. It's going to be a tough task for the Warriors to defeat them on the road. I like the Nuggets winning this game on Christmas Day. And then you're looking at, I think this one might be the game of the day. We have the Celtics taking on the Lakers. That's going to be a good game. Now, after the Lakers became the first team in NBA history to become the end-season tournament champions, they have actually fallen off and not played very well. And since they won the end-season tournament championship, defeating the Indiana Pacers, they have actually lost their last 5 out of 7 games. So they're on a schneid right now. I know they picked up a win yesterday against Oklahoma City Thunder, but they have not played very well since winning that end-season tournament championship. And then you're looking at the Celtics. They're completely two different teams from playing at home and on the road this NBA season. Now, they're one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, but it's alarming to see that they're 14-0 at home this season, but on the road they have a record of 8-6 on the road. That's not impressive to me. So I think they have to fix the Boston Celtics need to fix that moving forward for the rest of the NBA season. But I like the Lakers winning this game. I have LeBron James and Anthony Davis both having special Christmas Day performances. They're going to be on national television. LeBron always has success on Christmas Day when he gets the opportunity to play on Christmas Day. And he always leaves us with some fun memories. I can remember so many games over the years that we've seen LeBron James play on Christmas Day where he had outstanding performances throughout his NBA career. So I think tomorrow is going to be no different. I think the Lakers and Celtics are going to be a really good game. But I like the Lakers winning this game as the underdogs, pulling up the victory against the Boston Celtics at home on Christmas Day tomorrow. And then looking at the next matchup, you have the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat playing. Now, the Miami Heat, they're a decent team this NBA season. They find themselves as a top 5 team. I believe we have a record of 17 wins and 12 losses off the top of my head this NBA season. We're coming off in like a Cinderella story for the playoffs last year. We got all the way to the NBA Finals as an 8th seed. Very impressive, by the way, I will say. Definitely one of my favorite runs in Miami Heat history. Even though we didn't win the championship, man, that was fun to watch last year. And we're in the midst right now, being a top 5 team in the Eastern Conference. But the real story here for this game is the Philadelphia 76ers. And the Philadelphia 76ers have looked really good this NBA season. They're playing phenomenal. And like I said in the past, they are winning this James Harden trade that they had with the Los Angeles Clippers a few months ago. But the Philadelphia 76ers, they're 20-8 this season. And Tyrese Maxey is becoming a superstar before our very eyes. He's going to be an all-star this year, I think, for the first time in his NBA career. He's averaging 26 points per game. He's averaging 6 assists per game. And then Joel Embiid is shooting the ball over 50% from the field. He's averaging 35 points per game. He's averaging 11 rebounds. And to me, right now, he looks like the front runner to win his second MVP award this NBA season. But I like the 76ers winning this game, defeating the Miami Heat tomorrow. I think it'll be a very, very competitive game taking place in the Eastern Conference. But Jimmy Butler is still recovering from that calf injury. He's not going to be 100% tomorrow in that game against the 76ers. And that's not good because you need your best player at 110% playing against one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference, the way how Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey been playing this year. So I like them, the 76ers, barely defeating the Miami Heat tomorrow on that Christmas Day matchup. And then you have the Suns. The final game, you have the Phoenix Suns taking on the Dallas Mavericks. Now, this has been kind of crazy this year to think about what's been going on with the Phoenix Suns. The Suns have had a decent season so far, to say the least. They're 500, they're 14-14 right now. But they've barely had their top 3 stars on the court together, and Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal this season. And Bradley Beal is expected to miss more time due to an ankle injury. I think he's going to be out for the next 2 to 4 weeks. So it's going to hurt for the Suns not to have him on the court. But hell, for being the team that was talked about the most during the NBA offseason, having the 4th odds-on favorite to win the NBA championship, they find themselves at 14-14, and they have problems with their bench production, something that we all talked about during the NBA offseason. Their bench is averaging only 28 points per game. That's second to last, and points generated off the bench. That's not a good look for the Phoenix Suns. But looking at the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic has played at an MVP caliber level this season. He's averaging 32 points per game. He's averaging 8 rebounds and 9 assists per game. I believe it's going to be a close matchup, but I do have the Dallas Mavericks defeating the Phoenix Suns tomorrow night. I think that right now the Dallas Mavericks are just the better overall team. You have Luka Doncic playing at an MVP caliber level right now. You have Kyrie Irving by his side. And the thing that separates themselves between the Phoenix Suns is their bench production. Like I just touched up on, the Suns bench is only averaging 28 points per game. That's second to last in the league. And the Mavericks have one of the best benches in the league this year. So I think the production of Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and their bench is going to be too much for Kevin Durant and company to handle tomorrow. I like the Mavericks defeating the Phoenix Suns tomorrow on NBA Christmas Day. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. I'll see you guys on next week's episode.